Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video, and today it's Friday, so it's time for another Friday Reads, which is a video where I'm talking about the books that I've been reading over the week and what I'm currently reading and what I plan on reading into next week. I haven't finished anything the last week. Last weekend I finished books for the Thriller-a-thon. I'll have a link to my blog up there, so I haven't finished anything since that. So if you want to know about those things, then go and watch that blog and you'll know what books I've been working on. Otherwise there'll be a wrap-up pretty soon, so one of the next days I'm gonna film it over the weekend. Over this week I've been working on Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which is one of the BookTube SFF Awards shortlisted books in the YA category, and I think I'm about 60% through. I'm not sure, I haven't calculated today's reading. Yesterday I was on 56 or 52%, and I've listened to an hour today, and it's been about 10% every day, but I've been listening a little more today than I did yesterday, I think. And as for how I'm enjoying it, I want to say it's okay. It's not blowing me away or anything. I feel like it's a little bit slow going. There's not a lot going on, and the writing is beautiful, but yeah. And I feel like that's something that's a little fun coming from me, since I read a lot of Robin Hobb, who I don't think a lot of things happen in her books either, but the characters are so interesting that it doesn't matter, because you can always connect to the characters, and for some reason I don't connect to the characters in this book so much, and that's a little annoying. And the narration of the audio is, it's not bad, it's just that sometimes when there's if they're a little, I don't know, if they're angry with something, or if they're trying to yell a little bit or raising their voice, he's very a little too dramatic for my taste when it comes to the narration. You don't have to shout to make you feel like anger coming out when you're narrating a book. I feel like if you're just more, speaking a little more firmly, that will be enough. And I was I had to turn the volume down a little bit while I was reading that, and then back up when he started speaking normal again, and that was a little distracting. Otherwise, I'm enjoying the narration for the most part. So on to the next books that I've started 3 books yesterday. Those are the only things that I've really been reading this week. I haven't been reading in the evenings or anything, even though I actually wanted to, but I was I started on 3 books yesterday, so let's get into those. It was World Book Day yesterday, so I feel like it was a good day to decide to read a bit from more than one book. The first one I read something in was Night Shift by Stephen King. I read the first story, although I will say the last, I don't know, 3 pages, I was really tired when I read it, so I'm not really sure what happened, because I was so tired I was almost falling asleep while I was reading it. So I may have to reread those last few pages, but so far that particular story is just like a 3-star for me, because it was just called Jerusalem's Lot, so it's part of the Salem's Lot universe. And if you've read Salem's Lot, you know that this takes place in the 70s when the book was written, in Maine, in Jerusalem's Lot. But the mansion that this surrounds itself about, there's a lot of talk about this guy who lived there in the 50s. And so what you get in this story is not emails, is letters that was written to this guy called Bones, from Charles, who was living in the mansion at the time, and also some sort of diary entries or something, and sort of how he changes, and you can see how he's being affected by things. But it was okay. It was just not super. It was not super scary in the same way that I felt when I read the Salem's Lot. But it was interesting enough, and yeah. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting into more of the stories. Some of them are very short, some of them are, this one was one of the longer ones, it was like 40 pages. So I'm on page 63 of Night Shift so far. I didn't read the foreword, so actually, and that was 20 pages. Sometimes I read the forwards, other times I don't. For the most part I don't. If it's like an audio, often the narrator would read the foreword for me. So sometimes I listen to it then, but for the most part I actually just skip it. Let me know if you read the forewords of the books that you read, or if it's just something you skip as well. Another book that I'm working on, I've been working on this since the Thriller-a-thon as well, and that is Europe in Autumn by Dave Hutchinson. I'm enjoying it. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just I haven't picked it up since Saturday. Except I did read 25 pages from this morning, and definitely it's getting more interesting as it goes, and I hope that I'll be able to finish it maybe over the weekend. Who knows? I think I have about 150 pages left. The last book that I started in on is Cities in Flight by James Blish. This is a 4-book omnibus, so I've tapped the 4 books. And this is a buddy read, and we've sort of decided to read one of the stories, or like one of the books per week. So until Thursday next week I'll have to read like this much. And so I started on it yesterday. I read the first 22 pages, so I'm just going to be starting in on chapter 2. And so far it's interesting, and I was a little thrown off by some of the things, because I was like, the things that they were talking about concerning the space travel and stuff, that was like a little odd to me. So I was looking at when this was written, and I was like, this only said copyright James Blish 1970, so I was like, it still doesn't make sense because of some of the things. But I was like, okay. But then Rachel went and checked when the first book of this part was published, and that was back in the 50s, before there was any space travel, before the first person ever traveled to the moon. So yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. I didn't know why I didn't think that this copyright thing was when this was published, like the omnibus probably, or maybe it was the last book in the series that was published. Anyway, those are the books that I'm currently working on. Now I also want to start on All Systems Red by Martha Wells this weekend. I'm hoping to finish that over the weekend. I think that will be my main focus, because then I've finished one Booktube SFF shortlist book by the end of the weekend, and it's only like, what was it, 150 pages or something like that. So hopefully I'll manage to finish that. That's it. Apart from that, I don't have a lot of reading plans. I think I have I'm set with those 4 books, and I don't have a ton of plans this weekend, so I'm gonna be bullet journaling a little bit, because I only have to do my March spreads now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find out a way to film it, if you want to see it, because it's definitely something I've been thinking about. And I know how to set it up, like to film it. It's just, I feel like my table is a little too broad to be able to film it correctly. So I don't know what to do. But yeah, let me know if it's something that you'd like to watch, and then maybe I'll try and figure something out. But as I said, I don't have a lot of plans for the weekend. I think I have to go and buy some birthday gifts, a birthday gift, and possibly a wedding gift as well, because I'm going to a wedding next weekend. So we probably have to go and buy a wedding gift. Yeah, but that's also exciting. So yeah, I don't think I have a lot more things to say today. I haven't read a whole lot this week, and I haven't planned to read a lot over the weekend, but hopefully I'll get my reading jam back. I think one of the reasons why I haven't been reading a lot in February, both because I've been busy with planning and doing lots of stuff over the weekends, which is when I usually read the most, and I have also been, all of the books that I've read, that none of them have been like mind-blowingly good, I had a couple of books that I rated 4 stars, but all the others were below that, so that definitely slowed it all down. But yeah. Also, before I go, a huge thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to my channel recently. I just noticed that I have reached 500 subscribers. I've just surpassed it, and that's really, really exciting. I've been looking at the stats for the past couple of months, and I've been sort of wavering around needing like 5 or 10 more subscribers, then I upload a video and I lose 2, and then I don't have anyone subscribing to me in a couple of days, and I upload another video and I lose another 2. I don't know how YouTube does that, but it happens every time I upload a video. So there was a time there when it went back and forth for a while, but now I'm on 506 subscribers as I checked this morning, so I figure it's safe to say thank you. And also, if there's anything that you'd like to say, like me to do. I think someone asked me when I reached 400 that it would be fun with a Q&A, but let me know if that's something you'd like to see as well. I may consider doing that, and maybe that will be something that you'll all want to watch. I don't know. I've always been a little hesitant about throwing out Q&As, because what if nobody actually comments with a question for me, because that will be the shortest Q&A video ever in existence, and that would be sad. But let me know if it's something that you'd like to see, and yeah. So definitely let me know if you have any exciting plans over the next few days, over the weekend. What sort of books are you planning on reading? Have you read any of the books that I am reading right now? Let me know about that as well. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye!